Got some zombies over here. It looks like, a few zombies. A few friends. Hello. Friends. Three hits, it seems. With an iron sword, which is not bad. I'm used to 2 with a diamond sword, but, we don't have a diamond sword yet. And oh my. There is a lot of you, aren't there? Let's just keep on going. Just passing through, nothing. Please don't hurt the visitors. Hello everyone, my name's Gyration, and welcome back to Gyration's World in the not-so-secret Saturday mod. And I mean, I've just been thinking about this now. We're releasing the not-so-secret Saturday mod videos on a Saturday, so it's the not-so-secret Saturday, not-so-secret Saturday mod videos. So there we go. We've got the thing going here. But anyways, we're here at the spider dungeon here in the middle of well, yeah, the middle of the lake, I guess. And yeah, I've kind of decided to come up with a bit of a name for this place because I feel like we need to start naming places, you know, giving places kind of identities so we can kind of refer to them later. And I was thinking about the creeper that exploded over here on the island, and I was thinking, you know, creepers, sulfur, that's kind of like linked together, right? And this is a bit of a strait right here. We've got this little strait that goes from that lake over there into this lake over here. And I was thinking we're gonna name this place Sulfur Strait right here, right by the where that little hut is. And I'm thinking at some point, maybe not in this video, obviously, because I've got some other ideas planned, but at some point I want to kind of develop this area. You know, I'd love to have some sort of bridge even across here or something, or, you know, put something on this island. I'm kind of imagining a lighthouse around here or something. But yeah, we've got to think ahead here. We're obviously going to need quite a bit of colored wool if we want to do that. So yeah, that's going to be something that we can maybe think about in the future. But we're going to head over to our cave base over there because I have some other plans that I want to get started on right now. And sometimes I just wonder how these things happen, and I wonder if I probably break a few leaves, they'll probably disappear eventually. Piggy, 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 piggy. Thank you. I'm going to just kill all the piggies in the area because I'm always out of food for some reason, so, you know, every time that I'm up here and I see piggies, I'm going to go kill them because, yeah, food is kind of important early game. And the mushrooms are spreading. They are spreading again. They're spreading. I think I took care of these. Did I take care of these on stream at one point? Or maybe I did do it in an episode. I left one mushroom here, and they already started spreading. So these guys, they are a plague. You cannot leave them unsupervised, or they will take over the world. And it always feels good to be back home. I thought I heard a creeper around here. I don't know if he's up there, but I'm just gonna go down here and hope that he wasn't up in that cave up there. I definitely heard a creeper, like, falling and hurting himself. So I really hope he wasn't above my house there. I still need to take the time to block off the walls in that house because there's just open cave entrances in there, which is not very safe, I have to say. And there it is, so beautiful. I actually was sort of thinking that, you know, I might do a little bit of design work on this in this episode. I want to make a nice area down here, but I also want to have some sort of viewing platform up at the top here. So it's going to be kind of tricky to figure that out. Obviously, the front side of this is going to be blocked off, and I'm actually thinking I might try to do some sort of pixel art or something on the front. I was doing sort of pixel art on Decennium SMP, if you watch that episode, of like different mob faces in my storage area. And I think I could probably mimic the same kind of pattern over here, and that would look kind of cool. But look at this, lots of arrows already. I haven't actually taken the time to AFK here yet, but we can definitely do that at some point, and we can stock up on arrows and bones. But I think I'm just going to start out with kind of cleaning up this area here, get rid of some of this lava and water, and yeah, just kind of cleaning it up. I'm probably going to dig out a little bit of the top here, and I'm not really sure. Do I want to keep the cavern kind of feel? I think that would be kind of neat to still have a cavernish feel, but just, you know, make it a little bit cleaner. It's always hard to judge how much you actually want to take out. Like, when I'm up there, I feel like I'm taking too much off of this side, but now I feel like I still need to take more off. In fact, I probably will have to if I want to fit the pixel art in there. So yeah, I'm definitely going to need to take a bit more off, especially on this side. But I think this side is relatively good. And I'll probably build some more cave over there and kind of cover up some of that. Because we'll probably have some sort of staircase going around both sides, I'm kind of imagining. But I'm still kind of envisioning this. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm just hoping I'll find it along the way. That's kind of where I'm at right now. It's also nice that I can, you know, pick up all these drops while I'm working around here. I've just been sticking them over here. And, yeah, I had a few extra, stacks of, or an extra stack of bones in my, inventory. I guess I was standing around here a little bit earlier at some point, but yeah. It's definitely, going, you know, pretty fast. It's not, like, crazy fast, but it's fast enough that I think it will be, useful enough. I sort of feel like a hairdresser at this point, you know? I just keep clipping off all the little bits of cave here, and I'm just watching them all fall to the floor here, and I'm hoping that he's not going to turn out bald in the end. I think it looks okay, but I gotta go down and look again. I don't know. Now, I do feel like I took a little bit too much off, but that's okay, because I can actually smelt up some stone here, and we'll fix it up to be a little bit nicer. But for now, I think I'm going to try to see if I can take out some of this cobblestone and get the skeleton face in there somehow without dying. That would be very preferable. I think I'm going to keep the cobblestone, like, around the edges here. But I want to fill the inside with smooth stone, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I've installed a little bit of a scaffolding trough there, and hopefully we'll be able to catch any water or potentially skellies that try to escape. And, yeah, I think we're good to, you know, start swapping out some blocks here, and we'll see how this goes. Oh, no, I can see exactly we're gonna have an issue here. I know I put the sign there. I put it on the wrong block. So now I'm gonna have to try to swap that out. That's gonna be fun. Let's give this a shot, and hopefully we don't mess this up. Now, I do have some extra signs here. So I'm hoping, if I stick a sign here first, or maybe I should stick it on the other side. Hold on, let's take this out for a second. We'll put this over here to block the water from coming towards me, and then I'm gonna break it and place a sign as quick as I can. So, did I get it? Did I get it? I think I got it. I think I got it. Oh, did I just do that? Did I just do that? I burned a sign, but I don't care. As long as that worked, I think it worked. Perfect. Okay. That is a issue resolved. I think there was one extra sign on top on this block, too. I think I put 2 in there for some reason. I can't remember. Maybe I took that out later, but I think I'm good to take this block out now. We shouldn't have any water coming in. And it doesn't matter because this sign is going to prevent any water from going down that pipe in the first place. So I'm pretty sure there was one extra one up there, though, if I remember correctly. Oh, you can see the spawner right there. Nice. Okay, well, let's block that off. And I'm just going to keep doing this along this whole face here. And then I'm going to try to see if we can get the skeleton face to work. This is a 1-block center, which is kind of a bit of a shame because that does mean technically it's not going to be centered if I were to go to scale. But I'm going to try stretching it just a little bit, and hopefully it doesn't look too weird. And this is what it's sort of going to look like. I'm going to switch it out for gravel and stick it actually in the wall. But this is kind of the shape I'm going for, and I think that's going to be okay. And I'm choosing gravel because it's going to kind of blend in, so it's going to be, you know, a subtle thing, but it's going to be noticeable and it's going to indicate, you know, what kind of farm it is. So I think that's going to be kind of cool. And, you know, skeletons are kind of gray, so then it kind of works. Don't mind me, skeletons. I'm just gonna quickly stick in this gravel. You could hear them shooting at each other, but, you know. Oh, they're shooting at me again. Oh, but look at that. You can't even reach me. Haha, that's funny. Keep shooting each other. You're just gonna die anyways. It does kind of stink that I have to break all this stone that I just placed in here, but, you know, I wanted to see what it would look like first, and I wasn't sure what I was actually gonna do, so I think this looks okay, though. That's kind of good, I think. That looks like a skeleton, or at least if you're looking at it, you might notice it, maybe. But I'm just gonna take this out and look at it from the bottom, because I think that's gonna be the real way to know if we did this right. And I'm hearing some sort of zombie around here too, so that does remind me that we do need to go around and light up some caves around here so that we can get this to be a little bit more efficient. We can definitely do that, you know, a very legitimate way that doesn't involve any use of any glitches within the game that would enhance our ability to find caves. And definitely I'm not going to use the X-ray gravel glitch. Definitely not. Okay, I admit it, I'm going to use the X-ray gravel glitch. We just need to get in the right position here. We want to be right on the edge of the block, so I usually go like this, press forward. Yeah, I'm definitely on the one block there. I can place gravel here, and I can see, hey, I see slimes there. That's kind of cool. I think I see my cave, or my staircase right there. And I see where my spider spawner is. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see from here. I think I'm looking from the wrong angle anyways. But yes, this is very useful. I don't see a zombie there, though, so I don't know where he was. Also, when it comes to things like X-ray gravel glitches and, you know, just things in the game that kind of feel sort of cheaty, but, you know, they're in the game, right? So, in my opinion, they're fair play. If they're in the game, they're fair play. I'm not going to dupe anything or, like, try to, you know, duplicate items or... At that point, it becomes a little too easy, in my opinion. There's a difference between duping items and just making your life a little bit easier. Like things like storing items in the crafting grid. That's technically a glitch, but it's not going to hurt the gameplay to have that. Same thing for gravel glitch, you know? I mean, I guess you could use it to maybe find some diamonds or something, but at that point, you know, you still have to go all the way over there and get them, and it's still work, right? And there we go. I kind of fixed that stone up there a little bit. I think that's a little bit better. Maybe. Although it looks like he's got hair flowing in front of his eyes now. Like, I can't stop thinking about this as hair. It always looks like hair, no matter how I do it. I don't know why. Now, I want to get started on, like, the staircase that goes around back to the back room, where I'm going to have a little viewing window into the spawner. It's just going to be a one-sided room, or maybe I'll stick glass on the sides of it too, where the stairs come up. That might be kind of cool, actually. But yeah, I'm going to use slabs, and you might think that slabs kind of stink for making stairs, especially if you want to kind of go up relatively quickly. Otherwise, you have to make such a long staircase, and it's just kind of a bit of a pain. But in my opinion, they are much better than these stairs, and I'll tell you why. If you look at these, they look nice and they're great, but when you pick them up, you oh, never mind, you get them back. Well, there goes my whole my whole downside to using regular stairs. Well, usually they wouldn't pick up properly, but I guess in this mod, that was fixed, sort of. Stairs were sort of fixed, but they're still kind of broken at the same time. Alpha Minecraft, you gotta love it. Anyways, even though regular stairs are probably better, I'm still gonna use slabs. Not sponsored, by the way. There's no bias here, okay? This has nothing to do with Decennium. This is a separate series. Okay, so here's progress on the stairs so far. I think it's looking okay. At first I was sort of thinking, oh, I'm just going to leave the full blocks in, and then later on I'll swap them out with, you know, full double slab blocks, and it will look all good. But you know what? I actually kind of like the mixture of smooth stone, you know, the slabbage, and then also just cobblestone in there. I think that looks actually kind of good. And if we're gonna keep this sort of feeling like a cave in here, I'm probably still gonna, you know, decorate this a little nicer. I'm not sure if I'll have time in this episode, but maybe in another episode, just kind of, you know, adding a bits of cobblestone in the walls to add a bit of variation, and just kind of making it feel more like a cave, like a natural cave. Maybe we can even get some like those stalactites or whatever those things are that hang from the top. And I don't know if we'll stick the ones on the bottom, but we can definitely get creative here. Okay, and the first staircase is now complete. It's actually looking quite good, in my opinion. I had to kind of carve out this area over here in order to kind of swivel around and get up to the level, you know, where the mob spawner is here. And I think that's actually kind of cool. You know, it almost feels like a cave here, even though this was actually entirely carved out by me. I tried to kind of make it look like a bit of a cave, and I'm still going to kind of keep that feeling as we get up into this upper room. Although maybe this upper room here will become a little bit more squared off, and, you know, we can give it a nicer finish. And after that very quick building time lapse, we basically got these stairs done. And I'm actually really happy with how they turned out. Just still a little bit of modifications that I'm going to have to do here. I'm probably going to block this off at some point to make it look a little bit better. But I've just spent time going through and just roughing up all the edges here. And I feel like it really makes it feel like a natural cave. Like, it really sells that. Because that's what I'm trying to get across here. And I think it really worked. Yeah, I was kind of questioning whether I was going to be able to do it, and even some parts I was like, oh, did I take out too much or too little? But to be honest, it really doesn't matter. Like, as long as it's, you know, good enough. I guess I can't use my crafting grid, it's full of stone, but as long as you mix it up a little bit and there isn't too many areas with flat walls, it feels very natural, so I'm very happy with how that turned out. And yeah, I think we're just going to get started on, you know, making this upper room here. I don't think I'm going to be finishing this, but we can get started on it. And I'm sort of thinking also, since I wanted the glass to kind of come to the sides as well, I might even be able to have just like little cracks of glass. Like, it doesn't need to be the full wall, but just like in between the rocks here, like just little bits and pieces kind of trickling through. I think that would feel really cool. So I'm gonna try to do that, and we'll see how that goes. And yeah, just get a big window open on this side too. Now, in order to make glass for this viewing window, I need to collect some sand, but I'm kind of waiting for it to become daytime because I don't know if I want to try to go out there. I'm not sure what's going to be waiting for me out there. So I'm just kind of waiting around for the daytime to come, and then at least we'll have a better chance at not dying. And it looks like it's becoming daytime, so we could probably pop our head out here and see what we have to deal with. got some zombies over here, it looks like. A few zombies. A few friends. Hello. Friends. Three hits, it seems. With an iron sword, which is not bad. I'm used to 2 with a diamond sword, but we don't have a diamond sword yet. And oh my. There is a lot of you, aren't there? Let's just keep on going. Just passing through, nothing. Please don't hurt the visitors. Now the trick is I want to find an area where I can dig up sand, but I don't really want to do it nearby here, so I think I'm gonna go find a remote area where we can, you know, dig up sand to our heart's delight, and we won't affect our beautiful landscape here. Now, I seem to have found this nice area of beach here, which is, you know, a pretty large area of sand. I think this will be a good area to dig up because it's relatively far away from where I was. My base is somewhere out in that direction. So yeah, this is probably going to become my little mining sand area. Obviously, in these earlier versions of Alpha, there wasn't really deserts. Like, you just kind of had beaches, and I think you could have cactus beaches, which was, you know, just with cactus on them instead, but there wasn't really deserts, I don't think. So you kind of just have to make do with these areas where there's just a lot of sand, and that's basically it. Once you dig this up, then you gotta go find another area again. I mean, realistically, we could actually dig up from the bottom of the seabed here as well, because we do have sponges, so that's actually not such a horrible way of getting sand as well. But it's just easier to get it on the land. Okay, and I'm back at the skeleton farm here, and I've already begun smelting up some of this sand here, as you can see. And if we head up to the top, we can see that I have actually begun work on this window entirely. So I've got this whole window in, and yeah, it's looking good. I had to put the torches all the way back here because I didn't want them to affect, you know, the rates of the mob spawner, and I think it's doing okay. I'm still not certain if that lava down in the lava blade there is actually kind of, you know, making rates a little lower than they should be, but I'm not really too concerned about exactly how efficient this thing is. Just from standing around here for a little while, you could see in that chest down there that I have quite a bit of bones and arrows here just from building this thing, you know, maybe an hour, 2 hours of being down here, and I've gotten all that. So realistically, it's still running very well. And it's going to provide me with more than enough arrows and bones for whatever I need them for, really. And now comes the time to try to do the side windows here. Now, I'm kind of doing this very cautiously because I don't want the water to leak and, you know, knock out all my torches, and, you know, then I have mobs spawning in places I don't want them to be. And I could also have skeletons coming out too, so I'm just kind of going very slowly here to try to make sure that I do this right. Now, I'm not really certain on the pattern that I want to do. I'm just going to kind of figure it out as I go here. And it looks like we have a skeleton that's trying to get to us, but if I kind of hide away from him, I think he'll flow downstream maybe, or maybe not. Okay. Well, he's a persistent one, that's for sure. And I think that's probably as low as we can put the glass for these side windows. Now, the trick is going to be making sure that it's not light enough in the spawning area, so I might have to take out some of these torches there. And let's take a look and see if that's going to work for this area here. Now, this torch might be a problem as well, so I'm gonna have to see. I'm not certain if that's gonna be okay. And I think removing that torch entirely seemed to have solved the issue. I think I like these windows on the side. Just a little kind of like a crack into the spawning area. Sort of makes it feel like the rock maybe has like overgrown the glass as well and maybe knocked it out even. But yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm going to try to do the same thing on the other side here too. Okay, and there we go. Just a little window right there I think that's probably good as well. Not too much light getting in there. And I think for the most part, it's dark enough anyways that they're going to spawn no matter what. Now, this room up here is actually going to be the area where I'm going to be storing all the bones and arrows. This is actually going to end up being the entrance to this whole farm, you know, once I've begun kind of building my underground network of, you know, tunnels and stuff, and just kind of growing my base. And then you'll be able to go down to the AFK spot, and you'll be able to, you know, see what it's sort of, see what it looks like from the bottom here while you're AFKing. And this room down here will just kind of be a big open cavernous kind of room. I'm gonna kind of close off all the ends here, and it's just gonna look like a cave pretty much. I'm gonna kind of make it look a little bit nicer in the end, but that's sort of my vision for this farm at this point. This took a little bit to dig out, but it will be a nice big room here. We'll stick a couple layers of chests on each of these walls here, and we'll probably actually even sort, like, you know, bones on one side, arrows on the other side, to keep everything together. But yeah, I really like how this turned out. As soon as you would walk in, you'd basically see that spawner front and center, which is really neat. And actually, if I stand all the way over here, you can see it turns off even. And checking back in on this room here, we're making a lot of progress here. I took some time to do the floor here, and I also started on the walls here. We're gonna stick chests along the side here. I'm using a bit of the moss stone even in between the chests. I think that's gonna kind of break up the textures a little bit, you know, add a bit of color here. But I think this green actually goes very nicely with the oak logs here. So that looks pretty good, I think. And I'm actually going to test out what it looks like with some fences along the side here. I wasn't expecting it to stick to the chests, but I guess that makes sense. And actually, I think that looks kind of good, actually. It almost looks like it's some sort of scaffolding here where we have the fences holding up the chests here. But I think that's just about gonna wrap it up for today's video. I think we've run out of time. It was a lot of fun here. I really got carried away, actually, with this build. It was just, I flew through it, really, and I was really excited about building it. And I think it turned out very well. Like, I think there still needs to be a bit of decoration that goes kind of around the edge of this window here. It feels kind of bare, just being plain stone, but I'm sure we'll figure that out in the coming videos. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed today's episode, feel free to leave a like rating or a comment down below. And if you would like to see more from me, consider subscribing. As always, the link to my Discord and my other socials is down in the description. Feel free to check it out. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.